Hi, this is Skye, your Soulful progressive with FNN-Feminist News Network, that Feminist News that's right for you. Welcome to Skye in the Pagoda Room, giving you that soulful news you need every time. Honey, take heed. Now, what is it? Remember, tell your friends to like and subscribe and get that soulful news, that soulful way every time. Yay. Now, what is it I want to talk to you about? What is going on? Well, let me tell you. In the EU, one of our favorites, the feminist Irish woman that has rocked the EU with truth bombs, Clare Daly, has had APAC money in Ireland put up against her to do a smear campaign that has created her to lose her seat. And I heard that on the Katie Helper show. Now, when I found out about that, I was wondering why I didn't hear that nowhere else. Why nobody cares about her? Why is it I'm the only one that's always searching on the internet and Google to try to get more about her, and they don't want to tell it? Well, that's because who's controlling it? Now, Katie Helper, plus a couple of my videos that I have reported on, because I'm quite sure you've seen the videos I've done on Clare Daly. I've done put together a combination montage from Katie Helper that is more recent, I feel, and those that I have also done with Clare Daly. So let's take a look, and then we're going to discuss. All right.
Of terrorism is a term of US law. It doesn't exist in EU law. But a Zelensky advisor called for it in the Parliament magazine, and here we are again reporting for duty. And all it will do is make peace harder to achieve. Exactly, of course, what the extremists want. No peace, no off-ramps, all bridges burning, and Ukraine a permanent abattoir in a suicidal holy crusade against Russia. So, if you want to start naming state sponsors of terrorism, let's do it. European sponsorship of Israeli terrorism in Palestine. Western sponsorship of Saudi terror in Yemen. ISIS, the product of French, American, British, Turkish and Gulf sponsorship in Syria and Iraq. Decades of right-wing US-backed terrorism against the Cuban Revolution, the Contras in Nicaragua, death squads in Guatemala, in El Salvador,
Haiti,
Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, horror after horror,
Haiti,
terror after terror. There's nothing constructive about the pot calling the kettle black.
Venezuela.
Hop on, start championing peace and end the war, which is patently in the interests of EU, Ukrainian and Russian citizens. Thanks, President. A month has elapsed since the commencement of the unrelenting mass murder of Palestinians in Gaza. It's not a spiral of violence, Frau von der Leyen. It's genocide, openly declared and carried out by the apartheid state of Israel. Starvation, bombing hospitals, ambulances, journalists, humanitarian routes. 10,000 dead, 1 in 200 Gazans killed. A Palestinian child slaughtered every 10 minutes for a month. And Frau von der Leyen's answer to this graveyard for children is to tell Israel to avoid civilians. Be as targeted as you can. Well, that displays some neck. You can't even call for it to stop. You can't even call for a ceasefire. Well, of course you can't, because these crimes against humanity are being carried out with your weapons, in your name, when you stood with Israel a month ago and you said you'd stand with them now and in the days to come. So don't come in here trying to wipe the blood off with belated concern. It's not just Israel's genocide, it's yours, and The Hague isn't good enough for you.
Next
President, on Palestine, EU politics takes place in a sort of a never land where things can be both true and untrue at the same time. We skirt around the details of our reality. We refuse to accurately name Zionism as practiced as a European settler colonial project. Israel is an occupying power. Palestinians are a colonised people. The division of the West Bank, the checkpoints, the separate control regimes, the settlements and annexations, the systemic denial of rights. These are the crimes of apartheid. Israeli airstrikes on Gaza in May, 33 dead, hundreds wounded. This isn't self-defence, it's a war crime. The slaughter of children from the air in Jenin, not self-defence, war crimes, illegal, without anything on comment out of the European Union, while the Commission President toasts the birthday of Israel's occupation of Palestine as the realisation of a dream. Palestinians have a right to engage in resistance. Our duty under international law is to use diplomatic means to bring about an end to the intolerable conditions they live under. But until we stop rewarding Israel,
please come to an end.
Thank you. Despite the catastrophic death toll it has inflicted, Israel is losing, on the ground and in the court of public opinion. There's no way that this ends that doesn't leave Israel a pariah state with occupation and apartheid on borrowed time, and they know it. So they're doing everything they can. Desperate acts of aggression to provoke a wider conflict with Lebanon, with Iran, with anybody, to draw in the US, to save them from the consequences of their own actions. And as Yemen shows, Butcher Biden is reporting for duty. With Europe's proud genocide by his side, they are the ones who have enabled the continuation of Israeli terror. Without them, it would already be over. So take note, Butcher Biden. The ancestors of the Ireland that you claim to be from disown you. Keep our country out of your mouth. And as for von der Leyen and genocidal Germany, with your words and deeds supporting Israel in the ICJ, not in our name. The people of Europe stand with Palestine and
She always says it like it T.I. is, and that's right. Because what she says is true. The way she says it is with moralistic heart and gravitas that should wake up somebody within that EU to stand by her, besides the other people that are in Ireland, but across the EU. And I know it affects and wakes up people in South Africa. I don't know what it's doing to India or China, but I know it's doing something with them, because ICJ is taking it seriously. And in the UN, now they're trying to say some new report about the children. What they need to do is stop getting worn out by Greenfield and try to find a way to go around her to create a permanent ceasefire. Now, I know that Claire is going to find something else to do. She's a capable woman. She has a lot to tell. Just writing a book alone will do well. Now, if you understand what I understand about Clare Daly being the type of feminist that isn't going to let this loss knock her down, but bring her up and around, because it ain't how you get down, it's how you bounce up. Yeah. Now, if you agree, leave those comments below and let me know at FeministNewsN@gmail.com. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel and that Facebook page. And remember, I'm that Soulful Progressive one on Twitter. Got that rant of the day on Blogger. And if you care to donate and help out with the production and join the news crew, like and subscribe. But To donate, it's Venmo at Skye Soulful Progressive. Mahalo and thanks in advance. And for all of those that have joined the news group, yeah, all right. And mahalo and thanks for all of you that have helped me out. Yeah, I appreciate you. I really do. Now, remember, during this era of hate, we're all going to have to participate. Why is that? So we can have more Clare Dalys of all denominations and colors all over this place. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for subscribing.